All the pictures that you and Hawks shared were just blurry after images. The two of you were known as the fastest duo in Japan. Whenever someone mentioned Hawks, they would always talk about you, his favorite sidekick as well. Hawks doesn't like having sidekicks. Rather, he had no use for them other than to take care of paperworks. Throughout his hero career, he hired and fired multiple sidekicks because none of them could keep up with his speed. In the end, he had to keep a few because he was too lazy to do paperworks. Then, you appeared. It was a hot summer day, and all Hawks wanted to do was to hurry up and catch the villain and finish the day off with some ice cream. The villain was fast, he had to admit, but Hawks knew that he was faster. He smirked as he glanced back at the heroes who couldn't keep up. That was when suddenly, something flashed before his eyes. His eyes widened when he saw the villain spazzing on the ground while you stepped on him with one foot, keeping him against the pavement. He saw sparks of blue electricity flash around you, and he swore for a second your face deformed into a streak of lightning. "Did you do that?" he asked. You nodded at him. He couldn't help but notice how breathtakingly beautiful your eyes were. Your big, round eyes had a hint of innocence to them that reminded him of a toddler. And with your blank and motionless expression, he found you adorable. He knew then and there that he had to have you as his sidekick. You were still a high school third year, interning for another hero during that time, but he quickly offered you a position as his sidekick once you graduate. There was no way you turned down the number 3 hero. Even though you didn't show it on your face, you were ecstatic. After graduation, you immediately became a sidekick. Hawks had to admit, you didn't disappoint at all. You were lightning itself. Whether it was chasing villains or reacting to attacks, you never missed a split second. However, outside of hero work, you were excruciatingly slow. "Hey Dove, nice work," he told you when the two of you finished capturing a burglar. "Thank you, Mr. Hawks." You bowed politely. You weren't a very expressive person, he learned, and you're almost always wearing that blank, dazed, almost clueless expression on your face. "Mr. Hawks? That makes me sound old. I'm only 21. Just call me Hawks. Puts less of a distance between us," he said as he walked up to you with a grin on his face, physically decreasing the distance between the two of you. Your brows furrowed lightly as you gave his words some thought. Putting age aside, he's technically your boss. It would be rude to address him without honorifics. But since he insisted... "Okay, Hawks." The corners of his lips tugged upward when his name rolled off your tongue. Your voice was just as enchanting as your eyes. He tilted your chin upward with his index finger and leaned his face close to yours, eyes half-lidded seductively as he tried to lower his tone, and whispered, "Now, Dove, why don't we go back, relax on the couch, watch a movie, and eat some chicken to reward ourselves for our fine work today." Boy, does he think he sounded sexy. "But it's barely 3 p.m., you stated matter-of-factly. "We don't get off work until 7. As your boss, he didn't hate that part of you, but as a man trying to court you, he really wished you took a hint. From the compliments and the flirty pet names to the lunch and dinner dates, none of them seemed to be getting to you. He honestly started to question what exactly was going through that cute little brain of yours, or if anything went through it at all. In the end, he decided that he should give up on the hints and just ask you out in a straightforward approach. "Goodbye, Hawks. Have a nice day." It was past 7, and you were going to leave to go home. That was when Hawks pinned you to the wall, preventing you from getting out of the agency. Hawks? "Songbird, will you go out with me?" he asked. He would change up the pet names every day. Today was Songbird. "Go out? Where? To KFC or to Chicken Man?" You listed the 2 places he took you most often to get chicken. Hawk slammed his head into the wall beside your face while letting out a loud groan of defeat. As his body pressed against yours, a wave of heat started rushing to your cheeks. To say you didn't find the Birdman attractive would be a total lie, but you naturally had the tendency to take everything literally. and the idea that this handsome, successful young man would be in any way interested in you was absolutely appalling, to the point you never even considered it. Hawks chuckled softly as he tilted his head and directed his lips to your ears. You could feel his hot breath tickling the inside of your ears, and you winced a little at the strange sensation. Songbird, sometimes I don't know if you're doing this on purpose, or if you really are that slow, he whispered. Sir, whatever I did wrong, I swear it was on purpose. You apologized as the blush on your face deepened. Hawks' eyes widened. You were weak against physical contact. Before, he'd get a little bit touchy here and there, but he'd always make sure he gave you enough personal space. Now, he was practically pressed against you, sandwiching you between his chest and the wall. Finally, getting an expression that's not a blank stare out of your face, Hawks' lips curled upward victoriously. He took your hand in his and interlocked your finger with his. His golden orbs were locked onto your face, taking in your every movement, from the redness of your cheeks to the way your eyes darted around and the way you bit your bottom lip. Oh God, he was having too much fun with this. Songbird, you can't be that clueless. Surely you understand what I mean now, he whispered softly into your ear. Yes, you finally understood. All the subtle hints and the flirty comments now seemed to click. You felt like someone had put your heart on a train. You could practically hear it slamming against the walls of your chest. Hawks tilted your chin up. This time, he made sure to stick his face so close to you that you could feel him breathing over your lips. So, what do you say? Still thinking about KFC? No. Your voice cracked as you cowered under him. No, as in you won't go out with me? Or no, as in you stopped thinking about chicken? He chuckled. I stopped thinking about chicken. So, will you go out with me? That's not what you meant. But at this point, you honestly don't want to say no. I mean, yes, I will. Hawks finally closed the gap between the two of you. He cupped your cheek with one hand while the other stayed intertwined with yours. You closed your eyes as he gently massaged your lips with his. The two of you turned your heads to see a man scurry out of the bushes outside the window. Paparazzi. They had been waiting for something like this. In an instant, the two of you were out the door. A blue streak passed by the paparazzi, and the next thing he knew, you were in front of him. He turned around to see Hawks hovering right before him. You took the camera out of his hand and confiscated the SD card. Nice work, Songbird, Hawks winked. Thank you, Hawks. This time, you wore a subtle smile, and your cheeks dusted in pink. Later, you and Hawks loaded the pictures from the SD card onto his computer, and for the first time, there was a photo of the two of you that wasn't blurry. Hey Dove, nice work. No, that doesn't sound right. Hey Dove, nice work. Oh my god, it sounds so creepy. Hey Dove, nice work, he told you when the two of you finished capturing a hero. A hero? No, capturing a burglar. Finally, getting a blank. I can totally talk. Finally, getting a blank expression. Fuck. What am I saying? Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, please consider subscribing and checking out my channel for more videos like this. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed this video because that really motivates me to make more like this. I have my Wattpad, AO3, and fanfiction.net link in the description in case you want to check out my written works. Thanks again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.